What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dad, You're Wrong. I am your host, Cam Farmer, and I have my co-host, my dad, Mr. Barrel. What's up, man? I
Hey,
got my mom, my Dukes, Miss Shayla Farmer, and I got Jaden, my other co-host. What's up, bro? Um,
we have Jamar Chase with us tonight.
we have on me, bro. You do look like Jamar Chase, bro.
Hold on,
I'm
let me
about to
Google
cook.
Jamar. Let me Google Jamar.
Mom. Jaden looks just like
I
Jamar
honestly don't
Chase.
see
That's
it, bro.
crazy.
I honestly don't see it for real, but
Jaden, you
Oh
know you
my
see it.
gosh, yeah, you do. It's the hair. It's the hair. That's
Yeah.
all.
It is the hair, Jaden. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. But that's okay. That's a
His
compliment. You
skin,
know what I
his
mean?
skin, his skin tone and everything. He looks just
Skin
like
tone
Jamar
and
Chase.
everything. Jamar Chase's twist is like covering his eyes and everything, bro. Like,
Yep.
but that's a compliment. That's a compliment though. So that's cool.
Yeah, the guy can
Um,
ball. Absolutely.
yeah, the dude can ball for real. But all right. I know we've been gone for a minute. I've last semester is just finishing up finals, and we went to Indiana for a relative's wedding. Then we had Christmas, and then honestly, there's no excuse. We could have done it while I was at home. I'm not gonna lie, but that's okay.
But
We're doing it
sometimes you
now.
need a break.
Yeah, but mom, we only recorded 2 episodes. That's it in the last 2 months.
Yeah,
So
but
what break was there?
when you put it all together though with all the other things that we're doing,
Okay,
right?
that's true.
So
Yeah,
I'm in school, Jaden was in school, your dad is on the road, and
yeah,
sometimes it's good to have a little break, but
yeah.
we're back.
That's We are back. We are back. We're going to shoot to do 2 episodes monthly. So, that way, we aren't trying to stress ourselves out and things of that nature. But we have great content for you. Um Today we're going to talk about predictions for the conference championship that's this Sunday between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers, the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending champions, and the Baltimore Ravens. We will also have a small reactions to the recent hiring of current Milwaukee Bucks head coach Doc Rivers. And yeah, that's really it. But no, Mom, go ahead and take it away. What do you have for us tonight? Well, I kind of already said what,
Yeah, you
what was on
already
the
said
list.
it, but that's
Sorry,
good.
sorry.
So let's go ahead and kick it off with AFC predictions and Chiefs versus the Ravens. I'm gonna start.
Go ahead, Mom. Go crazy.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Why, Jaden? Why are you laughing? No
I'm
hardcore facts.
I ain't laughing.
Go ahead,
Simply
Mom. You good?
because I'm a Maryland girl. So
I
I got
beg you.
I I gotta go with the Ravens. I mean, kind of feel like I know Patrick Mahomes because I did meet him, and I like Patrick Mahomes. I mean, what number championship game is this for him?
He was lathered
This is
up pretty good too.
this is like his
What
sixth
You
conference?
championship.
edit.
Dad, why would you say that?
He
I
was.
edit, edit,
Can't say
edit.
that. Come on, man. Like that. We could have said this
So
before we recorded.
so
Sorry.
what number championship game is this for the
Which
This is
Chiefs?
one?
his sixth.
Conference?
I mean, the
This is
conference
his sixth
Six.
straight conference.
six. I mean, yeah, undeniable skill, talent, all of that. But I'm simply going with the Ravens. I think Lamar is equally good, but definitely um, Patrick has or the Chiefs have um, the proof is in the pudding, right, with them. But I'm a Maryland girl, so I got to support the Ravens. So I know y'all have some commentary, so bring it.
Go
Nah, I
ahead,
mean,
Dad or Jaden.
No, I like Baltimore. I like Baltimore in this game. Um, the Chiefs, to me, you can't count out Mahomes, but Lamar's on a mission. I think the Ravens are just on a mission. But it's very important that Baltimore gets out quick to a quick start. Don't let Kansas City hang around. Don't let it be a four quarter game where Mahomes has the ball last, to either tie or win the game. I think if you're Baltimore, you really want to just run them out, leave no doubt.
Mm.
But
Jaden? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dad.
yeah, I like Baltimore.
I mean, I gotta agree with Dad. I like Baltimore. I think Baltimore's playing their best football right now, especially defensively. I don't think Kansas City has really seen a defense like Baltimore's this whole season. I mean, if you really think about it, man, this is probably the best Baltimore's defense since Ray Lewis and them was playing in the last Super Bowl trip.
Yeah.
You know, so but imagine that type of defense, but with the Lamar led offense and how fast they play, high scoring, all that type of stuff. So I honestly want Baltimore to win. And just for Lamar, I want Lamar to at least have a Super Bowl appearance. Because it's always a Lamar's good, but that's the only quarterback they do it to. Josh Allen, he doesn't have a pretty playoff record either. He's 0-3 against Mahomes, but there's no oh, Josh Allen's good, but but playoffs. But because it's Lamar Jackson, it's always he's great, but this, or he's great, but he's not the best passer, or he's great, but all he does is run. You know what I mean? So, but I think for Lamar, I mean, how he dropped in the draft and how he told on the draft night where I want 1 Super Bowls. If Lamar can bring Baltimore a Super Bowl, man, or at least take him to a Super Bowl appearance, I mean, it's gonna be a good time in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes.
I agree. I mean, I agree with everything y'all said, man. I mean, psych! It's the Kansas City Chiefs to lose. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, Jaden, you brought up a very. It's the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, I'm picking Kansas City. They are playing very well right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. And despite the fact that Jaden, you brought up a very good point. Defense. Kansas City hasn't seen a defense like Baltimore's. Well, it was only one game that they played. And then plus it was the Houston Texans. Do you honestly think that the Houston Texans was going to beat Baltimore? Or do you at least think they was going to make it competitive? No, absolutely not. As a matter of fact, let's keep it 100. The Baltimore Ravens have zero sacks. Hold up.
First
Pause.
of all,
I'm talking. I never interrupted you. Thank you, sir. Like I said, the Ravens have 0 sacks. Out of the 14 teams in all the playoffs, the Ravens are dead last in sacks. I'm gonna name you some people from the Kansas City Chiefs, Dad, Mom, if they ring a bell to you. Nick Bolton. Y'all know who that is?
Yes.
Okay. Justin Reed.
Yeah.
Do you know who Justin Reed is?
Yes.
Do you know who Kamari Connor is?
Yes, Cameron.
Do you know who Drew Tranquil is?
Yes, Cameron.
Do you know George Karlaftis?
Yes.
L'Jarius Sneed? Trent McDuffie? I'm going to let you go know this right now. Each of which have 10 plus total tackles. I'm going to tell you this right now. Baltimore, they are at home and you like their chances. I will give them that. They're at home and I'm not sleeping on them. But bruh, Mahomes, I'm going to be real. Now, even though Mahomes has completed 62% of his passes, his receivers have really stepped up as to what they were like in the regular season. I'm going to keep it real. Their rushing game, I will give it to the Ravens. Their rushing game is astronomical. Lamar Jackson got 3 touchdowns rushing. Then you have Gus Edwards. You also have Dalvin Cook. You have Justin Hill. But I'm going to be real. Patrick Mahomes in the pocket, if he's pressured enough, he will run. And he's an underrated runner. I'm not taking away from what y'all said about Baltimore. I want to see Baltimore win. But I just don't think they're going to get it done against Kansas City. And
This
Kansas City...
This is Kansas City's last hurrah. This is it. Okay?
What?
But this is Baltimore's year.
I agree.
We said that about Buffalo too, but here we are.
Look,
Go
I
ahead.
didn't say it was
I didn't
Buffalo's
say
year.
that about Buffalo. I
I
didn't
thought
say
KC was
Buffalo.
going to beat Buffalo anyway.
Well, I thought this was Buffalo's year. I'm sorry. I thought it was.
Oh,
I thought it
No,
was.
they were playing good
Lamar.
ball, but
Wide right.
Lamar is on
no.
a mission. Lamar is on a mission. He's going to win the MVP. Everybody wants to talk about Purdy, but Lamar is the best player, especially at the quarterback position in the NFL.
Right now?
Yes, he is. Who's
No.
better than Lamar Jackson?
Jared
Don't
Goff.
Episode over.
I said Jared
See, but
Goff.
the
Over.
I
thing
said what I
is,
said.
You're
Episode
saying
over.
that
I
Jared
said what I
Goff is
said.
better
Jared
than
Goff.
Telling me
Lamar
Y'all
Jared
gonna
Jackson?
Goff
stop
is
sleeping
better
on.
than Lamar Jackson.
Okay. I get okay. All around talent, yes. Jared Goff does not have the he not Lamar. Action Jackson. Talent wise. But right now, Jared Goff is the best. He is the best quarterback in the postseason today.
I really want to see.
Yes.
I really want to see Detroit in the Super Bowl against Baltimore. Let's see what happens.
okay, okay. Well, all right.
You
So
just. Oh
look,
my
Wait, go
God.
ahead, mom. Go ahead, mom.
I was gonna say, little Stephen A. I mean Cameron. Let's go ahead and move to the NFC. Because your dad,
Hold on.
but your dad brought up the lines. Okay, you got something else to say on AFCJ?
So, yes, but one thing, I'm just in shock that Cameron literally just said that Jared Goff is the best quarterback playing in this postseason right now.
Yes, he is.
Why?
Which is
Why is that
crazy.
shocking?
Which is crazy.
Why?
Jared Goff is a great quarterback, and I'm happy. Actually, me along with the city of Detroit and probably million others of NFL viewers and fans are happy that Detroit is actually kind of relevant now. You know, they ain't won this many postseason games in 30 years. You know what I mean?
First
Over
of all,
30 years.
I'm
Hey.
looking at I'm not finna sugarcoat nothing. This is from per ESPN. I'm telling you right now. Jared Goff behind Baker Mayfield is second in passing yards with 564. Patrick Mahomes. Where's Lamar Jackson? He's not even in the top 5.
He played
Thank
one game.
You just reading stats.
He's
Okay,
played one game.
I am reading that. That's how I watched
Lamar
the game too.
Jackson has played
Lamar
one
didn't have to
game.
do nearly
What are you talking?
Goff had to do.
First of all, let's make something perfectly clear. Y'all making it seem like I'm disrespecting Lamar Jackson.
Yes, you are.
You are.
Y'all no. Y'all are disrespecting Jared Goff. Y'all are disrespecting Jared Goff
No, we're
because y'all are
not.
refusing. Yes, y'all are.
No,
Y'all
we're
are refusing
not.
to give him his flowers.
You
Y'all are
just
refusing
said-
to give him
I
his
literally-
flowers.
I
So
literally just said that Jared Goff is a great quarterback. But you're talking about Lamar Jackson. You don't have that many passing yards. First of all, he's played one game to pretty much everybody else's 2, right? And matter of fact, Detroit barely beat the Rams. Okay, let's.
But a win is a win.
They barely beat the Rams.
A win is a win.
The Rams. They
A
barely beat
win
the
is a
Rams.
win. The
You're
Rams
right.
are playing great. What are you
You're
talking?
acting
The Rams
like-
are playing
you're
great
acting like-
football at the end of the season. What are you talking about?
But you're acting like Jared Goff in these 2 postseason games got like over 500, 600
And you
passing
acting
yards
like Lamar
in-
Jackson
in
in the
20
one
games.
playoff game. What are you talking about? You're acting like Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry. Yes, Mom.
Woosah. Thank you.
I have a question.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
a
go
question
ahead.
too.
I'm sorry, Mom.
What you
So
smoking?
I'm trying to understand where
Dad,
I'm
you
trying
funny,
to
man.
understand like this overwhelming passion for Jared Goff. I mean,
Has come from. Please
yeah,
answer that.
you weren't even this passionate
Please help
about
me understand.
Patrick Mahomes. So maybe I missed something in it, in all of the
I'm
quarreling.
gonna tell you this right now. When Jared Goff left, and I get it, when they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl in 2019, yes, that game was a very slow game. It was a very slow game. Everybody thought it was gonna be a blowout from Patriots. And Jared Goff had a pretty good game in my opinion. Because I saw it. I thought he had a pretty good game.
Scored 3
Maybe not.
points.
Yeah. He led him to a field goal.
That's not a good game. 3 points in the Super Bowl is wild. But I digress. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yes. Go ahead with your thought there. That's what you
Continue,
want to call it.
Cameron.
Everybody ruled out when Jared Goff got traded for Matthew Stafford. Everybody counted him out. And they not only counted him out, they counted out Dan Campbell. And when I see this, when I love their stories, bro. Like when I see Dan Campbell, I mean Dan Campbell, he played for the Lions, and so when I see stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, okay, they could actually make some noise. Now I'm gonna be real. I didn't have them beating the Rams because the Rams were playing very good football at the end of the season. They were winning at the
Okay,
right time.
I give you that.
Hold on, Dad. They were winning at the right time, but with the Lions, okay, they exceeded expectations. They beat LA. Oh, they barely beat them. Okay, but still, like a win is a win in the postseason.
Sure,
We're gonna sit here and talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, well, they barely beat the Bulls, or they barely beat the Bills.
That's not why I said what I said.
Jaden, let me finish.
So
Like I
are we
said,
going?
But you're talking about Jared Goff, or the feel good story that is Detroit. I'm with you in this. I would love to see Detroit beat San Francisco, and they can beat San Francisco.
What
Exactly.
I'm saying,
Nobody's saying that we weren't
Mom, do you see
expecting
this?
Detroit to
Mom,
win
do
this
you see
game or
this?
anything.
I couldn't.
But
I can't even finish my thought.
my rebuttal for bringing up Detroit was the fact that you said Jared Goff is literally the best quarterback playing in the postseason right now. But you literally just said that you didn't even have the Lions beating the Rams.
Yes, because at the same time the Rams were playing very good football, and the Lions kind of cooled down towards the end of the season. Think about it.
Did you feel
They
that way
did.
about Lamar playing Houston last week?
No, I knew they was gonna beat Houston, Dad.
Well, if Jared Goff is just this great guy, why do you think that the Rams will still win, even though they were playing good football?
Because nobody expected the Lions to be here in the first place. Let me ask you a question.
No.
Nobody expected. No,
what do you? City week 1.
That's week 1. You mean to tell me that? Pause.
Kansas City week 1.
Dad, let me ask you.
Damn, the Lions got 12 wins.
Let me ask you. Y'all not listening to the context. Yes, Mom.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Let Cameron finish.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
So, I'm sorry, son.
Let me, Dad. Let me ask y'all a question. I get it. It's week 1, okay? Week 1 is like the Los Angeles Clippers winning opening night against the Lakers. Oh, they're automatically going to win a championship. Oh, they're automatically going to be top 3 seed in their conference. Bro, let me ask you a question, Dad. Jaden, Mom. Did y'all even see week 1? Did y'all even see the Lions winning 12 wins? No. Scratch that.
No.
Did you even see the Lions winning their division?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
I did.
Yes. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be funny. Because think about it, the rest of the teams in that division were so weak. Yes. Especially after Kirk Cousins got hurt in Minnesota. Oh, it was the Lions division.
And
it was
the Lions finished really strong last year. They finished 2022 really strong. So
2023.
Coming into 23, they already had the momentum. I said, man, Detroit's going to be a really good team. Chicago was a dumpster fire. Green Bay, year 1 without Aaron Rodgers.
Green Bay, hold up.
Minnesota was really not going to be that good.
Hold up. Wait. Green Bay. Now, okay, I see what you're saying. Nobody had Green Bay winning the division. But hear me out. Jordan Love, what he did to that, Jordan Love single-handedly beat Dallas. They really should have won last week. This should really be a conversation of division rivals between Detroit and Green Bay. And this is my point. And this is the point I was going to make. I know a lot of people are thinking this is going to be a cakewalk for San Francisco. No. And this is why, and I'm not taking away from
win this game.
Detroit can win this game, and I'm not taking away from Lamar.
I'm picking Detroit.
I'm picking Detroit to actually win it because they don't have Debo, and I personally think that if they had Debo, I still think Detroit give them a run for their money. Now, I agree with everything y'all said. When Kirk Cousins went out with that injury, it was Minnesota. It was Detroit. Detroit was the strongest team, the strongest built team to take that division. But with Green Bay, they made Jordan Love was like, oh, since y'all talking all about all them other teams, y'all not talking about us. Good. Y'all talking about Dallas. This is Dallas's year. They went to AT&T Stadium and put up a 45 piece.
I get it.
Against Dallas.
Dallas went to bed again.
So my point. Go ahead, Mom.
No, go finish your thought, Cam.
I was just gonna say, I hope I explained why I thought Jared Goff. Well, I really shouldn't have to explain myself. That's just how I feel. Like, I do believe in the 2 games that he played, Jared Goff has proven, like, yo, I went to the Super Bowl literally 5 years ago. I'm a Super Bowl quarterback. I know what it takes to win. I know, and I got pieces around me. I know what it takes to win. And Brock and a lot of people gave Cam Newton slack for saying that Brock Purdy wasn't a difference maker. He's a game manager. I'm gonna keep it 100. If last week proved to me what Cam Newton was saying, he is not a difference maker. If you a difference maker, Patrick Mahomes is a difference maker. Dan Campbell, and I said this a few weeks ago on my podcast, Nick Saban is one of very few coaches where if your presence just impacts the game. Dan Campbell is one of those coaches, Dad. That's all I'm saying. And when you got this team, they hungry. You think, and they're the underdog, man. I wouldn't be surprised if San Francisco lost, but I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit won though. That's all I got to say about that. But I hear what y'all saying though.
So what I heard is all of you all are betting on, well, not betting, but are picking the Lions to win the NFC championship.
The NFC is free game. I do have the Lions winning, but like I said, like it is free. It's free game.
Right now, they have Detroit. I mean, they have San Francisco as a 7-point favorite, which to me is way too much.
Yeah.
Detroit is coming in confident. They're coming in hungry. They're coming in with the momentum of not only the organization, but the entire city.
Yeah.
Detroit has been really, if you look at Detroit sports, Detroit has really been irrelevant in
A long
everything.
time.
The Pistons are terrible. The Tigers have been terrible.
Yeah, they've
The
been
Red Wings have been pretty good, but they've fallen off lately.
Yeah.
And I think the region is, I'm going to equate it to 2021 here in Georgia when the Braves won the World Series and then Georgia won the national championship in football afterward. So the University of Michigan just won the national championship. So
Yeah.
Ann Arbor's only like 30 minutes, 45 minutes west of Detroit. So the whole area is really a buzz about Michigan winning the national championship. Now you have the Lions who, for the first time, the last time until last Sunday, they won a playoff game. Cameron, I was your age.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was
So that's been a minute. So you have Dan Campbell, who will probably be coach of the year, and deservedly so. You have Jared Goff. I agree. Jared Goff is a great quarterback. He really is. He's a great. Without Jared Goff, Detroit is an afterthought. But to me, yeah, Jared Goff is great, but Lamar Jackson is, in my opinion, the most valuable player in the NFL.
I agree. I ain't mad at that.
And pound for pound, okay, yeah, Jared Goff, yeah, he was with LA. He played in the Super Bowl. He was kind of downtrodden when he came to Detroit. He resurrected his career. It's a real feel good story. And I think Detroit can go and win in San Francisco. They can win this game.
Yep. I do believe that.
However,
and
when they play Baltimore in the Super Bowl, that's just a whole different animal when you're playing Baltimore with that defense.
But they only played one game. And so when you hold a team like the Houston Texans to only 213 yards, it's easy to talk about their defense.
But you look at the whole body of work. Look at what Baltimore's done all year.
Their defense been playing like that all year, man.
I mean, it wasn't just last week. Baltimore was
dominant,
lights out
dominant
all year.
Dominant, man.
So I mean, I get what you're saying. You're looking at last week, but you got to look at the whole body of work.
I suppose.
Baltimore with Lamar, you let Lamar do his thing with Todd Monken as offensive coordinator. If Todd Monken did what he did with Stetson Bennett, imagine what he can do with Lamar Jackson. Okay? Just think
That is
about that.
very true. Very true.
If Todd Monken did what he did with Stetson Bennett, back-to-back natties for all y'all Bulldogs out there, guess what he will do? This is just year one with Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Dude, Baltimore with Monken and Lamar, you just keep giving him pieces and keep his offensive line intact. Dude, Baltimore is going to be crazy.
Yeah. That's very true.
That
I
defense,
agree.
that defense is stacked, dude. And a lot of times we look at sacks. It's not all about maybe sacks. If you can just affect the quarterback, rush passes, you don't have to necessarily get him on the ground.
Yeah.
So you look at a sack. Okay, I get it. Yeah, you want
Wait.
to get him on the ground.
Hold
But
on, Dad. Hold on,
Baltimore.
Dad.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Jaden, close out of your laptop.
What do you mean?
Are you on your laptop?
Yeah.
Close out of your other tab. Because there's like two of you right now.
We only need one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Exactly.
only
Got
do.
Bro, like we're not no. I'll fix it in editing. God. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dad. I didn't mean to disturb your thought. Go
Is
ahead.
that good? Did I fix it?
No, you did not. Because it's still recording. But it is what it is. Go ahead. I'll fix it later.
But all I was saying, just to finish up my thought, I think this weekend is going to be two really good games.
Mm.
Yeah.
I like Baltimore to answer the question. I like Baltimore. I like Detroit. I like Detroit to win on the road at San Francisco. I think in my opinion, Brock Purdy is like you said, a game manager. I think he is somewhat overrated.
I do think
People
so.
really just
Yeah.
falling in love with Brock Purdy. Okay, he's playing in the NFC Championship game, but I'm really not that big a fan of Brock Purdy. And their offense revolves around Deebo Samuel. So without him, okay, you got to get the ball to Kittle, maybe the fullback, Yushef.
Yeah.
You got to get them involved a little more.
Get
But other
Ayuk
than that,
involved.
Detroit will with Jared Goff. Now they're on the road, but I think Detroit, if the weather's good, I think Detroit can really win. Especially if they run the ball with Gibbs. You get Gibbs
Oh yeah.
involved and run and catch. I think it's gonna be a really good game. I like Detroit and Baltimore in the Super Bowl.
Ain't nobody talking about Jahmyr Gibbs. That's crazy. Dude's one of the best running backs in the league. It's crazy. But no, I agree with that. But yeah.
I think
Dude,
it's Detroit's year. And I think this is Lamar's year.
yeah. Detroit is going to feed off that from the University of Michigan. I just think that.
I think so too. Because now Harbaugh, he's in LA now. So
he's in LA. Yep.
So that's great momentum, and I think it's great for the state of Michigan. I mean, obviously, I have my personal opinions about Michigan.
Yeah,
Wolverines,
I do too.
but I mean,
it is what it is.
But it is what it is. Like they stepped up when it mattered the most, and hopefully Sharon Moore gets that head coaching position. So, but yeah, I think their win definitely that if Detroit wins a Super Bowl, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, really, Detroit hadn't won anything since the 50s. So
yeah, it's been a minute.
I don't even think if they even win it. I think it's the fact that if they just have a Super Bowl appearance, that's gonna be good enough.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking back in the 50s with Alex Karras and people like that.
Yeah.
Little tidbit. I know your mom remember Webster, the show?
Yes.
Remember his dad?
Oh, yeah.
That's Alex Karras. He played for the Detroit Lions when they last won a championship back in the 50s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that guy.
I didn't even know he was a football player.
Yeah. He was a football player.
The more you know.
So
I don't
yeah,
even know who that is, but okay, that
yeah,
sounds cool.
y'all too young. Y'all wouldn't.
Google Webster. You remember Emmanuel Lewis, the little short kid?
Mm-hmm.
It's an '80s show,
Yeah,
but seems like maybe
You mean
we
Different Strokes?
no, not
no.
Gary Coleman.
That's Gary Coleman, but there was another one called Webster.
Yeah,
And so you have to Google it. But the guy who played, he was adopted. He was a little black boy, and he was adopted by a white couple. And so
yeah,
the guy who played his adopted dad is the one your dad is talking about.
So
yes,
like
he's
It's
in
a
the
good show.
Oh,
It's a good show.
yeah,
they're not like different shows.
yeah,
No,
it is like Different
it
Strokes.
well,
So like,
yeah, but
there's some similarities, but
this
it's
family
different.
is not like rich. Like, you know what I'm
oh,
saying? Not like Mr.
Yeah,
Drummond lived in a penthouse. So,
right.
but and Webster was he didn't have a brother.
Well, though the
So a
parents were rich.
similar concept, huh?
The parents were rich. I mean, his
Who
dad played
on
football
Webster?
and stuff too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it was different. Just Google it.
Wealthy former teammate George, what Papadopoulos?
Papadopoulos. Mm-hmm.
That's valid.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's valid.
But it's a good show. It's a good show. It's on one of those streaming formats. I can't believe you guys didn't watch that. I guess we were just into
Different
what's
shows.
happening
What's
in
happening?
Different
Amen.
Strokes. Amen. Nah, hey, I'm trying to remember. I think it's on Tubi.
What?
What's happening?
Really?
I mean, they
Yeah,
got
I
the
think it's on
DVDs
Tubi.
here.
Oh yeah, we have the DVDs. I just need them to put Amen back on. Cause
Yeah.
it comes on direct TV like early in the morning, so I record it. So if you look in the library, you'll see the recorded
Yeah, I
episodes.
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, man.
What was
Amen.
it?
Amen was that show for real, bro.
Oh, that's
For
your
those
mom.
for those of people that don't know, like my brother and I are like old heads. So my brother is an old head with music. I'm an old head with shows. And mom and dad put us on to a lot. So Different Strokes. I remember we was in the apartment and how the TV was set up because we didn't have the flat screens yet. We just had that big gray box. Remember?
That fat back.
You know what I
Dang.
mean? Yeah, like we had that
Tell
big.
all the business.
Oh, I mean, no, like no, cause we got pizza. We all got Pizza Hut, and I remember like we would turn the TV. Jay, remember we turned the TV around, and we
Yeah.
would sit and just eat, and we just watch Different Strokes, cause Different Strokes, like it had every single show, like it had every like episode and season
And
from
then
when
we
like
ordered the DVDs
yeah,
for
what's happening?
what's happening.
Uh
And
huh.
then Amen. I think it would come on like on demand or something. And the
Yeah.
Yeah,
one with Reverend Johnny when he and
Reverend Johnny was that boy, man. Glorification. That boy is him.
but that was
He's
good
him.
shows. Those are good shows.
Yeah, I think those are great shows, man. I wish they would still come on, bro. Like, oh my goodness.
I
But
can't believe it's on Tubi. I didn't know Tubi showed things like that.
yeah, Tubi show everything at this point, you know.
Well,
Like,
Oh
yeah.
but
yeah.
ask Cat Williams, you know, like, but no, I was like, yeah, I was like, I knew y'all catch on. Yeah.
That was
Mhm.
another my wife and kids, especially the episode with Cat Williams played
Cat
Bobby
Williams.
Shaw. That was I think he was on 3 of those episodes, and that
Yeah,
was one
He
of
was
our
on the
favorite
family reunion, the rap battle, and when
school
Michael
class reunion.
oh yeah, class reunion, rap battle, and Michael was selling his trucking company. So like
Yeah,
he
the
needed some.
trucking business,
Yeah, exactly.
Bobby Shaw won the lottery. Yeah,
But
and
nah,
he was in
that
the Universal Circus, but he was
Universal
allergic to
Circuit.
elephants and seals.
Yeah, that joke was funny. And we been booed off the Apollo not once, not twice, but thrice, but a
A
bunch of
bunch.
times. And then he
Shout
was
out
like,
to Cat.
then he was like, Dan, you can have these because these are throwaway moves, and we don't even use these
No more.
no more. All right, see you there. Hoorah!
Hurrah!
That
Well,
joke was funny.
on that note, are we gonna wrap up? now? Because it's been a
Yeah,
minute. Like you said, we've been kind of out of the our routine, but
yeah,
now we're kind of
yeah,
back. And do your
yeah.
viewers know that you are in grad school?
They do. As a matter of fact, they actually do.
Okay.
Hopefully, I got like 18 subscribers on Instagram, so I'm sure all of them know that. Hey, listen, I love all 18 subscribers, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all love y'all.
Absolutely.
Like, I am not pressed about how many views I get, how many followers. Like, I'm not pressed. Like, I actually enjoy like, I met Ernie Johnson. I had the privilege of meeting him yesterday, and he said this is a get to job, not a got to job. And so when I
Mm,
was at the gym, I was not like, oh man, I gotta go do. No, I was like, I get to be on a podcast with my family, bro. So like, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are trusting the vision that has been
that's
set in
right.
place by my family.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. But we wanted to, Mom, before we get off, because we got 4 minutes. I wanted to kind of get your reactions on Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers was just hired by the Milwaukee Bucks. Uh, I just gotta get y'all's reaction. Jaden, you shaking your head. I feel like I already know what that means, bro. What is it, man? What is it?
Man, need to hang it up, bro. You just need to hang it up.
That's pretty harsh.
You need to hang it up. I
No,
mean, honestly, in my opinion, I really do believe that Doc Rivers is overrated. Like, he is 16 years later, he is still riding the coattails of that last championship win when he was in Boston.
Yep.
You know, because think about it. I mean, and he's coached really good teams since then.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't win in the playoffs. So
Mhm.
it's just like, all right, bro. Like, if you couldn't get it done with Philly after, like, you had those James Harden, Ben Simmons, and you had Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, and then you had James Harden and Joel Embiid, then you had Maxey and Joel Embiid, and you still come up short, right? And it's just like, all right, you go on to Milwaukee, another stack team. If he can't win with this team, with this group, that bro. Like, you just gotta you gotta hang it up, man. It's just not there. You're just not
Yep.
gonna win.
Yeah, real quick. This is his last. This is his last rodeo. This is it. This is it for him. Um, I I think Griffin. I would say Griffin got a raw deal, but at the same time, I really believe there was some internal things going on with them. Um, I mean, you're not going to just fire a guy who's second in the Eastern Conference, 30-13.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe that there was some things going on internally that
be honest.
I think management saw it now and they didn't want it to blow up down the road.
Mm.
And in sports, no matter what the sport is, you only have a certain window of opportunity. So this is Milwaukee's their window, even though they won a championship, their window it's moving real quick.
Mm.
And management's like, look, Adrian Griffin, we've been hearing internal stuff. We're not going to even take the time to really go through a whole season for it to blow up. We'll just bring in a guy in Doc Rivers who, to Jaden's point, yeah, he's had good teams. He's coached good players, outstanding players. Of course, with the Clippers, won the championship in Boston. I mean, he's won everywhere he's been. But I think this is Doc's last chance to kind of resuscitate his career because he's the guy who's really know who can't. He's the guy who can't win the big. He's lost 10 game sevens in a row.
yeah.
So he's. I mean, he really hadn't sniffed a conference finals or an NBA finals in years.
Compete and easy to build powerful websites. So you can. That is our mother.
Mom.
I'm
Yeah.
so
So
sorry.
I'm done. I'm done. I think this is it for Rivers. I think Milwaukee will be fine, but once again, we won't know until the playoffs. That's when we'll
Mom.
know for
Oh,
sure.
They need to cut their asses. That's what they need to do.
that's what they need to do. They need to cut the nasties. I listen.
They,
I was sitting in front of Ernie and my friend Jordan and I and Carmen. We was talking about the nasties. Like, bro, he trash. And I was like, hey, we gotta keep
I
it
don't know
down.
how in the world he got an NBA roster spot.
Mom,
on the
wait, hold on.
bench.
No, that's facts. That is facts. Go. What are your thoughts, Mom?
No, I mean, I like Doc Rivers. I haven't really delved too much into this move. I was trying to understand the other coach, what happened with the other coach, and then why they brought in Doc. But I'm just listening to you all's commentary. But what do you think, Cam? What are your
Nah,
thoughts?
I'm gonna keep it 100. Out of all the coaches that are sitting at home, Mike D'Antoni, Mark Jackson, like I would have loved to see at least Mark Jackson get an opportunity. Mark Doc Rivers, he can't win the big one. And I get it. You won a championship. But dude, you won a championship in an era where big men weren't dropping 70 points. You won a championship in an era where the point guards weren't a dying breed. You've coached a lot of great players. You was on LA. A lot of people don't understand the Lob City Clippers before Kawhi and PG. They were contenders, especially in 2015. Now I'll give you this, like the Warriors, the Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder. At that point in time, okay, yes, those were forces to be reckoned with. But the Clippers, bro, you got a point guard and Chris Paul, JJ Redick at the 2, Matt Barnes at the 3. You got Blake Griffin, one of the greatest power forwards to ever play the game, and DeAndre Jordan at the 5. That's a team. And then you got Darren Collison coming off the bench, and then you blow a 3-1 lead to Houston in 2015. And then on top of that, now I get it. And then you get Paul George and Kawhi and the bubble. A lot of people want to throw flack on Kawhi and Paul George about not living up to the expectations, in that game 7 in that bubble. But it's like, dude, you were up 3-1. And you mean to tell me you couldn't make any adjustments? And how do I know that he could have? Asked Ty Lue. Literally a year later, less than a year later, he takes the Clippers to their first ever Western Conference Finals without Kawhi Leonard. You were down 2-0 to Dallas. You were down 2-0 to Utah. You were down 2-0 to Phoenix, and then you came back and made that squad competitive again. And then you go to Philadelphia, bro. Like you got. I'll put it like this. I now have the Philadelphia 76ers. If they don't play the Celtics in the semifinals, I do have them playing the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. I do not trust Doc Rivers, and I do not believe that Adrian Griffin should have been fired. And who's to say that Adrian Griffin started all of this? The internal stuff. Who's to say that he started all of it? You know
I
what I
think
mean?
I think it would. I mean, think about. I mean, it's kind of hard because at the end of the day, everything's going to fall on the coaches, right?
Yeah,
But at the same time, the players are the one playing,
yeah,
and if you're not executing the game plan enough, or you're not playing well enough, the coach's job is to make adjustments. If that's rotation wise, playing minutes wise, and I think that's what Adrian Griffin was trying to do because I think I read something somewhere about like he was talking to players like they had to make some sacrifices or something like that. I don't know.
yeah.
I think that was in regards to minutes or
But here's the thing.
or whatever like that. But at
But
the end of the day, the players couldn't do no defense. The players couldn't stop nobody. Adrian Griffin can't go out there
that's
himself and play defense for you. That's
that's my
on the
point.
players. That's on the players. And for you and for me, the reason why I'm kind of like it was kind of like because
Yeah,
I mean it wasn't like they couldn't play the defense and they were like 5 games below 500. They're the 9th spot, 10th spot. You know what I mean? All right, then you make the move to get Doc Rivers. Okay, I understand that, but it's like you can't play in defense, but at the same time, you're still number 2 in the East. You
exactly.
know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
I don't really, and then I feel like that's what really the internal stuff was. He probably talked to a player that had some good amount of minutes. He was like, hey, we're gonna have to change this around. It's because it might benefit us defensively. But at the end of the day, the players are gonna be like, oh nah, we ain't doing this. I'm this type of player, da 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 da. And then management probably caught wind of it. You know what I mean? So
That's
I don't know.
that's my
Honestly, I think it was one of the players was probably I feel like it was probably
Bobby
Dame
Portis. I
or
think it was
Bobby
I think it
Porter.
was Portis.
I feel like it was Bobby Porter or Dame. I feel like it was somebody big enough to where where when they went up to management or management kind of knew what was going on, they're like, oh no, we can't have this. You know what I mean? So
I think it was Giannis. I think it was Giannis. Giannis walks around talking about he was surprised at the firing, but
Giannis was to say so. Giannis
but
was
when
not worried.
That's cap. That's
but
cap.
when they interviewed candidates, they had the Bucks. You had your front office people doing the interviews, but then you also had Giannis and Drew Holiday at the time. They were part of the interview players.
They
Yeah,
were.
I
The
know.
players
Yeah,
interviewed
Giannis was in
Griffin.
it.
The front office interviewed Griffin, and they all agreed on Griffin.
Yeah, Giannis was the
Exactly.
So then
final.
Giannis is going and turning around saying, "Oh, I'm surprised." No,
You not surprised.
no, you're
Stop.
not. You
That's
not.
what really like
Stop.
kind of irked me because like bro, you know the management is not going to do anything to the head coaching position without telling you.
Without you knowing about it. Exactly.
Is that they
Exactly.
go, hey, we hearing some stuff going in the locker room. Doc Rivers is sitting at home, so we're kind of thinking about reaching out. Are you okay with this?
Yeah, exactly.
And if Giannis was like, no, don't worry about it, it's good. Adrian Griffin was still be the head coach
He
of
sure would.
Milwaukee Bucks.
He surely would.
But
Exactly.
Giannis said, no, get Doc Rivers in here right now. And what
Yeah.
the management do? Hey, even though you're 30-13, the second in the East, you're fired. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That makes
Exactly.
no sense.
It don't
Monty
make.
Williams would have been fired at Detroit by now after losing 30 and they lost 28?
They lost 28 in a row.
Exactly.
I figured Monty Williams would have been fired after losing 28 games in a row.
Exactly.
That's my point.
Not
That's
30
exactly.
13 and 2 in the Eastern Conference.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. Because it's
That's
like,
crazy.
yo, like you're Giannis Antetokounmpo. What kind of player who makes the money you make don't got no type of say so in head coaching hires? What kind of player? And then on top of that, y'all can't make. And this is why the Dame trade kind of irked me, because you're getting a generational talent in Dame Lillard offensively. Dame can't play a lick of defense. Just because
And Drew Holiday is your best defender.
And Drew Holiday is your best defender. If people ever wonder why the Celtics are the number one team right now, it's not because of Jason Tatum. It's not because of Jalen Brown. Sure, it's a team effort, obviously. But you kind of like having Drew Holiday, who was an upgrade of Marcus Smart, on your team. I'm just saying. So for me, I'm just like, all right, bro. Now, and then you got the GM saying, no, this was the decision that management felt was better. You lying to me.
Talking about urgency. Okay,
Talking about urgency. Y'all second in the East. Y'all just can't play no defense. And some of your teammates are selfish. They got egos.
So maybe something else was going on, like your dad was saying.
Yeah,
maybe it was. That's why Adrian Griffin got fired.
Adrian Griffin was trying to do his job and change some minutes around, rotation, whatever, right? To one of the high caliber players, and they ain't taking it too kindly because it hurt your ego or something. Like you gonna short my playing time. So they were like, nah, hey, bro, Giannis, you gotta do, this did it. Because why else would he get fired?
It's not because they were trash. They were second in the East.
If you got Monty Williams, like Dad just said, if you got Monty Williams in Detroit, now granted he does have a big contract, but money don't mean nothing in these leagues.
Yeah, these guys got money.
If Monty Williams literally set a historic record, almost an historic record for most games lost in a row. Streak. This is a losing streak. It was how much? It was 30, right?
It was 28.
All sports. This is not just NBA. This is NFL, Major League Baseball, hockey,
all major
everything.
sports.
Nobody lost that many games in a row.
Period. And Doc Rivers has been sitting home. It wasn't like he
was commentating. Jaden. He was commentating games. He was doing that.
But he wasn't a head coach. That's what I'm trying to say. Like he didn't have a head coaching job.
Yeah,
he was at home, not employed as a head coach in the NBA. Right? He was sitting there. It wasn't like he was coaching and he got fired and then Milwaukee was like, oh, well, let's go ahead and pick him up. No. He was on NBA Wednesday commentating on ESPN.
Yep.
While Detroit was losing 28 games. If Detroit ain't go to him, right? Now why is Milwaukee? You know what I'm saying? And that's what really kind of changed your perspective of Giannis, because it's like, now You were the final say so, not Dame.
Exactly.
You know, you, Giannis,
You.
was the final say so in this firing. And you said yes, fire him and get Doc in here. But then you go out and say, "Oh, well, I mean, I love the man." You know, all the like, come
You
on, man.
cap.
As
You cap.
forget about the NBA stuff. As a man, like, come on,
You don't
man.
never.
Like,
You don't never
man to
gotta
man,
lie,
like when
Giannis.
you
Come
mess
on,
with a
bro.
man, when you mess with a man's, I mean, don't get me wrong, Adrian Griffin, he's made his money. Like, it's not like he got to go
He
to
getting
Walmart.
paid until like
But
2027. They gotta
exactly,
pay. They paying Budenholzer
exactly,
already till
exactly,
2027. So all the deferred salaries, and I'm like, bro, this is y'all third coach in like 3 years. What's
exactly. So
this
it's
is
not like
something
he
with
going to,
y'all.
it's not like he going to Walmart. Like, oh my gosh, he on the street now. He's still good, but at the same time,
Right.
you can't be the final say so. Like, yeah, go ahead and fire him, and then get Doc in here, and then come to the media like, well, no, I mean, I thought he did a great job. He did it. Like, bro, come on, man.
You
Like, come on.
lying.
Like, come on,
You
man.
lying like crazy.
That's change your
You
whole perspective on dude. Like, and then it kind of like, oh, now I know why your brother's still on the team. Because
yes.
he's your brother.
Thanasis, you are
He's your brother.
trash.
I can do what the Masters does. I can do
Exactly.
that.
Exact. Yes, bro. No. Dad. I want you to. Dad. I want you to go on Google. And Jaden, I know you've seen it. Mom, Dad, I want y'all to go on Google. They was clowning Thanasis for a whole week about how he's playing. Thanasis, he's in the NBA, so everybody's in the NBA because they're not good. It's not about that. It's the fact that Milwaukee has had ample opportunities to get players, but because your franchise, your franchise is Giannis Antetokounmpo, you're going to do anything Giannis says. Why do you think Anthony Davis is on the Los Angeles Lakers? Why do you think all these guys got these massive contracts? Jared Vanderbilt, Vincent. Where is Vincent? Where he at? Why do you think he on that team? Because LeBron said so. We just can't keep sitting here and thinking like, oh wow, it's the management. The management did this. The management did that. Blah blah blah. No, there is no way on God's green earth that Giannis Antetokounmpo was surprised about the firing of Adrian Griffin.
No.
When deep down you had a say so. You were responsible for him being hired.
Bringing him in.
You can sit here and
Right.
sit here and tell me. And if I was interviewing him, I'm like, you better tell the truth, shame the devil.
Oh, all right.
I'm serious. I'm serious, mom. And mom, you deal with it like you deal with HR people. So anything with HR, people in HR can spot a liar from a mile away, bro. People don't understand.
And see a liar.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like, come on now.
And by the same token, like you guys are saying, like Giannis, he was so surprised at the, firing, but he was responsible for bringing him there. I mean, you're always going to create a narrative um, to go before you, right? They don't want him to seem like the bad person, right?
See,
No,
that's
they're
the
gonna.
problem.
But
That's
I
the
mean, it's
problem, mom.
everywhere. It's not just the NBA. It's
You're
everywhere.
right.
We see it's in church, it's in corporate, it's in military, it's in sports. It just
I
is what it
I
is.
get that, mom, but as a player,
Mm.
if you're gonna keep broadcasting how much integrity you have, you never cheat the game, you never cheat this, you never cheat that. Okay, cool. But when it comes to somebody's job, don't sit here and don't throw the knife and then hide your hand. See, now you got Horst, the GM, taking the fall. Say, oh no, this is something that management decided on. What?
Yeah.
Y'all were second. Keep in mind, y'all second in the East.
Hmm.
Y'all are literally a top 5 team in the NBA. And y'all gotta be a really good team to not play no type of defense and still be a top 5 team in the NBA. You know what team is like that? The Indiana Pacers. They can't play a lick of defense.
They can.
But somehow or some way, they are very talented offensively. Somehow or some way. So my point is this. Do I believe, is it great that Doc Rivers is coaching again? Sure. Yeah. But
Yeah.
was he the right choice based off of based off in the past? We know he's going to be phenomenal in the regular season. But when it comes to the playoffs, are you going to make adjustments? And the point that I brought up about the Philadelphia 76ers, Dad, Mom, and Jaden, that's solely contingent on a few factors. That's contingent on Nick Nurse. But the difference between Nick Nurse and Doc Rivers is that Nick Nurse has won a championship when literally it's positionless basketball. A point guard don't mean you a facilitator. A big man don't mean you gonna drop 70 points. You know what I mean? But and then it also depends on Tobias Harris. So if you take all these things that are said, I am happy that Doc Rivers is back in the NBA. The man is a Hall of Famer. But I do believe that he is overrated. I do believe that he will not get it done. I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to prove all of us wrong. Because it would be nice to see.
It's
Yeah,
about Doc Rivers now. This is it for him. This is it, man. Rodeo. This is his last chance to change the narrative that surrounds him currently. And
like I said, I would like to see
Mark. That's in a nutshell.
I would love to see Mark Jackson. I really want to see Mark Jackson get another opportunity. I really want him to, bro. But he probably won't, just because he hadn't coached in like 10 years. So
yeah, I don't think he wants another opportunity for real. To be honest,
that's true.
Yeah, I think he's content.
That's true. That's true.
And I think he's somewhat maybe. I won't say I can't speak for the man, but I would be somewhat maybe bitter.
Sure.
Because he's the one that was the architect of
Steph, Clay, and Dre.
Warriors. But then Kerr came in and he took it to another level, and no one really mentions
Mark Jackson anymore.
And he's a really good X's and O's guy.
And Kerr overrated too.
And I think there are guys coaching now in the NBA that really don't need. I mean, you only get 30 jobs.
Steve Kerr.
I think certain coaches. I mean, there's a whole lot of them.
I do not think Steve. I'm gonna be real, like you said.
Overrated.
And to Jaden's point, he right.
He like nobody.
Kerr didn't really have to do as much as Mark Jackson. I'm not saying Kerr is gonna be out here saying, "Yeah, this is my doing. I did this. I did that." Like, no. At the end of the day, Clay, Dre, Steph, they put in the work themselves. But when you have somebody that motivated you, that related to you as a coach, but not only as a coach, but as a person who helped instill.
He was when they were brought in.
No. That's
Golden State was a dump, dude.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They drafted Curry and Clay and Draymond Green. But Jackson, somebody had to coach him.
Yeah, that's my point. That's what I'm saying.
And
like
as
when
they
you
develop, I mean, they just really Curry, like you said, hey guys, just kind of do your thing.
Exactly.
Now to be about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you have a coach like Mark Jackson, who was a coach, but he was a friend. He related to these guys. Like, and when you develop a system, I learned this in my coaching class a few years ago. When you develop a cooperative system and you have your players put in input into how that they can be better, and also when they can tell you as a coach, like, hey, I feel like you should do this, and not in a I'm better than you type of way, but like we're all trying to learn. And Mark Jackson did that, and that's why he doesn't get his flowers. And I really, really, really hate that he has not gotten an opportunity to coach another team,
but to your
even
point,
when he was like.
I have to push back on that because just the situation we were talking about. Yes, this collaborative between coaches and players would really be nice, but if I'm a coach and my star player is making, he just got a 3-year, $186 million extension. Giannis pretty much told management, look, dude, I want to win the championship. Give me what I need or else I'm going to leave. Right?
Yeah.
Giannis leaves Milwaukee. Milwaukee goes right back into irrelevance. Okay?
Yep.
Milwaukee would be just another cold city during the wintertime there on Lake Michigan. Okay? So, in order to stay relevant, Giannis is pulling the strings. And I'm trying to, be collaborative, but if Giannis, as we just found out, what Giannis says goes.
Yeah.
What Giannis says goes, okay? And When you're young in the league, okay, you may not have much say so, and you're able to develop. But now these guys are making this money, man. It's out this world, dude. Within 5 years, you're gonna have guys making 70 mil a year plus. So I'm a $70 million player. Okay, I mean, you really think about it. Guys gonna be making within 10 years. Guys gonna be making $1 million a game.
Yeah.
Okay, $1 million a game. You got guys now making almost $800,000 a game.
Mhm.
800 grand
A game.
a night. What are you gonna tell me, coach?
That's valid.
What are you gonna tell me? And now we see it now trickle down to the college ranks. We're gonna see it now. This NIL. I'm telling you, kids getting paid. You're on UGA campus. I'm sure you see it.
Yeah.
Cats driving Lamborghinis and all that. I'm working. I can't even think about a Lamborghini. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
Yes, Mom.
yeah. Enough said.
No, I hear y'all, man. I agree. We all got the same views, different
But I'm good.
perspectives.
Great show tonight.
Great show,
Yes.
man.
Great show.
Great show. Final words. We'll be back in 2 weeks. You know, we're definitely going to be intentional, things of that nature. Obviously, we'll be talking about the Super Bowl, our reaction from the conference championships, but also, what we expect for the Super Bowl, whoever those two teams may be. And yeah, and then obviously, All-Star break is around the corner. And after All-Star break in the NBA, that's really when the real basketball starts to heat up. So I'm excited. Y'all have anything else y'all want to add? Y'all good?
Good.
No, great show.
Good. Awesome sauce. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it. Y'all stay safe, stay warm, stay hydrated, and we'll see y'all soon. Have a great weekend. God bless. Love.
Good job, Cam.